There is a group called Unplug Scot that I met on Monday, because in Fife there has been an accelerated rollout of digital devices from P5 onwards. And they are deeply concerned about a number of practical things in the first instance, and I'm just going to go through some of those. And then I'm going to go into the wider issues around about the use of digital devices, but also mobile phones. They're first and foremost concerned about parental consent, because they are being encouraged, almost coerced, into signing a form to say that their child can bring their digital device home. They have no choice about whether those devices will be used in the classroom, but they do have an option to sign to bring them home. And if they refuse to sign, they are warned that their child might lose out, with no justification as to how they're going to lose out, or what other steps will be taken to make sure that they don't lose out. They are concerned that there's no equality impact assessment on the rollout of these devices, and they're not convinced about the robustness of the filters that are used on these devices, or whether VPNs can be used to circumvent those devices too. So those are some of the practical concerns that they've got. But they have a wider concern about the evidence that has been drawn on to justify the rollout of these devices. And I have pursued this with Fife Council on a number of occasions, and they are quite firm that they believe that there are some significant advantages. But you have to counter that against countries like Sweden that have decided to actually roll back on the use of these devices and return to physical books, because they have been concerned about the impact on learning and performance within the Swedish education system. And we hear educational leaders from across the United Kingdom that have equally expressed concern. But if returned to Fife, the Education Director is very clear that, having looked at what's happened in Edinburgh and Glasgow and the borders, that they see a significant improvement in the performance on areas like maths, if the use is limited to an hour. And I think there's maybe questions about exactly how much these devices are used, but they can also provide instant feedback. They can make sure that the parents are able to see instantly how their child is performing at school with the portfolio system that they have in place. But I think all of that needs to be thoroughly investigated before we actually take any legislative steps to control the use of mobile phones.